So we are talking about the effective use of meetings here. Periodic project team meetings provide an important forum for communicating project information. A less obvious function of project meeting is to help establish a concrete team identity. During project meetings, members see that they are not working alone. They are part of a larger project team, and project success depends on the collective efforts of all the team members. Timely gatherings of all the project participants help define team membership and reinforce a collective identity. Co-location of the team members. The most obvious way to make the project team tangible is to have members work together in a common space. This is not always possible in matrix environments where involvement is part-time and members are working on other projects and activities. A worthwhile substitute for co-location is the creation of a project office, sometimes referred to as the project war room or a clubhouse. So such rooms are the common meeting place and contain the most significant project documentation. Okay, creation of project team name. Yeah, that thing is another important, and that is actually a development of a team name, such as team A, such as team B, etc. Okay, the team rituals. Just as corporate rituals help establish the unique identity of a firm, similar symbolic actions at the project level can contribute a unique team subculture. Um, for example, on one project, members were given ties with strips that corresponded to the number of milestones on project. After reaching each milestone, members would gather and cut the next strip of their ties to signify the progress. Okay, so that was all about establishing a team identity. Okay, requirement for an effective shared vision. Yeah, there are four basic requirements for an effective shared vision. Those are communication. There should be communication among the project team members or the members who are working on in different functional areas. So there should be a cross communication between these different team members. The strategic sense, the team members should have the strategic sense that how to get to their destination. And they should have an attitude and attributes so that they can inspire others. And obviously, patience is extremely important for performing a particular project. Okay, let's talk about the orchestrating and the decision-making process. Decision-making process is extremely important process for in every organization or in every project. And it is one of the most critical process that usually the team managers, go through. There are four basic steps, in the decision-making process. The first one is identification or problem identification. The second one is generating alternatives. The third one is reaching to a particular decision, and the last one is follow-up. Okay. Let's talk about the project problem identification. The project manager needs to be careful not to state the problem in terms of choices. Rather, the project manager should identify the underlying problem to which these alternatives and probably others are potential solutions. This allows group members to generate alternatives, not just choose among them. And one useful way of defining problem is to consider the gap between where a project is and where it should be. Okay, so that is actually a problem identification. And problem identification is actually identification of a gap, between where the project is and where it should be. Okay, let's talk about generating alternatives. Once there is general agreement as to the nature of the problem or problems, then the next step is to generate the alternative solutions. If the problem requires creativity, then brainstorming is commonly a recommended process. Here, the team generate a list of the possible solutions on a flip chart or blackboard or whiteboard. Okay, so this is actually a generating alternative process step. The next step is reaching a decision. Okay, this step is to evaluate and assess the merits of alternative solutions. During this phase, it is useful to have a set of criteria for evaluating the merits of different solutions. In many cases, the project manager can draw upon the priorities for the project and have the group assess each alternative in terms of its impact on cost, schedule, and performance, as well as reducing the problem gap. For example, if time is critical, in the solution that solve the problem as quickly as possible would be chosen. And the last one is follow up. Once the decision has been made and implemented, it is important for the team to find the time to evaluate the effectiveness of the decision. If the decision failed to provide the anticipated solution, then the reason should be explored and the lessons learned added to the collective memory bank of the project team. So this was all about the decision making process. In the next part of the lecture, we will talk about managing conflict within the project team, and we will discuss some other related topics as well. Till then, thank you.